all you Fox Body fanatics. Here we are, part 8 on how to part a Fox Body. In the last video you saw we got the engine and transmission out. Now in this video what we're going to be aiming to do is we want to get the transmission off the bell housing, we want to get the bell housing off of the engine, we want to get the clutch, flywheel, starter, everything so we can get everything squared away, get the engine onto the engine stand, then start cleaning it up. So, as anyone who's ever dealt with a T5 before knows, we had 2 out of 4 that wanted to give us the fits. So we conquered them. We always end up getting it. We bitch, we moan, but we get it. So anyway, I'm going to take you guys along, show you where we're at right now. We got a huge mess in the shop, but that goes with parting out a car. So without further ado, let's get back to work. So everything's a disaster right now. So basically what our goal for today is, like I said, got to get the transmission off, bell housing, all that yada yada, because we want to get the engine onto our engine stand, and then we want to be able to take the transmission, bell housing, clutch parts, find a spot for them on the shelf over there, put them to the side for now, and then we're going to clean up in here so that we can have use of the shop again, because it's obviously really tight quarters and every square foot helps right now. And then I want to get the car jacked back up so we can finish doing what we have to do underneath. So alright guys, let's get to it. I wasn't kidding. Gotta love that extraction kit. That was a wise investment. It served me well over the years. So anyway, gonna need new bolts for the T5 to bell housing, because obviously I'm not reusing that, but got them out. So we got the transmission separated from the bell housing. Now next step is we're gonna get the starter off, and then we're gonna start. We'll take that EGR tube off. We'll get the bell housing bolts off, and then we'll get to the clutch and so on and so forth. I'm sure all of you avid Fox Body guys have done this a million times, but for those of you who haven't, it's kind of what it looks like. Now, the transmission shifted real good in the car. There is way too much loose in the input shaft, but that doesn't matter because we're going to put a steel bearing retainer and we're going to put a cluster support. I'm debating having it rebuilt. I mean, might as well put all the chances on our side possible. So anyway, we'll look into prices and what that all would cost. So it's time to get this stripped down enough to get onto this so that we can finally clean up in here. Alright guys, let's get back to work. Alright, well, we got the starter off. It's a big model starter off of an 88, so we won't be reusing that because they're garbage and it's going to be a pain in the butt with the long tube. So we're going to put a small starter with the solenoid on it. Got the bell housing off. That will all clean up really, really nice with a bunch of hours of hard work. Here we are. We're at the point where we got to get the clutch and the flywheel as well as the engine plate off, and then we'll be good to go to put it on the engine stand. So enough jabbering, let's get to it. Alright guys, well, as you can see, we've got all the parts cleaned up. We've got a preliminary tidy. We got the car jacked back up. As you can see, we got the empty engine bay. Now the problem we're running into is we've had a heater failure. So I've been relying on these 2 heaters, and let's just put it this way, it is not cutting the trick, and we're dropping into an extreme deep freeze tonight. And these are just gonna probably blow a breaker from running so hard. There's not even a point. So we're gonna be shutting down for the winter. Well, for the month of February anyway. As you can see, we got the T5 bell housing. Got our 302 here. We went and bought all the cleaning supplies to clean it up. Bunch of rags, degreaser, all that fun stuff. So we'll hit it with a vacuum cleaner, and then we'll degrease everything before we tear it down, just so that it's cleaner to work on and we don't drop more crap in the motor. So anyway, for the month of February, we're going to shut it down in here because it's just going to be too cold. And let's face it, I do this for fun. This isn't for money. This isn't for anything else. So I have zero interest in being here in sub-zero temperatures. So for the month of February, we're just going to let the time pass. We're going to concentrate on some other things, and don't worry, there's going to be more videos coming on other things throughout the month, so it's not like there's not going to be any content at all. And come March, it'll start to warm up, and then we can hit the ground running really hard. So, all right, well, in the meantime, that's the update. You guys be good. Peace.